Hello, I'm Sang. Ever wonder how to choose the right English test among IELTS, TOEIC, TOEFL, Duolingo, CELPIP, VSTEP, and so on? In this video, I will analyze 3 English tests, including TOEIC, IELTS, and CELPIP, which I have experienced and sit in the test since 2011. Then share 3 key factors when making your choice. Alright, let's stay tuned. I will show you guys from my computer, okay?
Here we are. So I am go through 3 sessions. With the first one, I will analyze 3 kinds of English tests, including TOEIC, IELTS, CELPIP, which I have experienced in 2011. Because of that, I realized why are TOEIC, IELTS, CELPIP simply English communication tests for life, with a conclusion of 3 key factors to choose exam best for you. A quick reminder is that this kind of information for people who seek the true meaning of English test based on my real life experience. Okay, the first one, TOEIC, is the test of English for international communication owned by ETS since 1979 from America. So this kind of test include quite many American culture. The second one with IELTS, the International English Language Testing System, owned by British Council, Cambridge, and IDP Australia since 1980. So this kind of test will carry quite a lot of British culture and accent. Third one, CELPIP, is a Canadian English language proficiency English program owned by Prometric Canada since 2015 for people who want to immigrate Canada and live there forever. So the kind of this test to carry quite many Canadian culture. And after sitting on the test, just choose the key information, the key point. I just focus on to see what are the test is really about. So I search for question types for each test and then gain experience by myself through these tests, including 4 skills: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. I also attach here some information related to this. You can go through the website, official website for each kind of test from TOEIC and IELTS and CELPIP, and even you can pause video for a while if you want to look at my presentation only rather than search on the internet. All right. And after searching and researching like sitting in the test, I realized, okay, this kind of test simply English communication test for life. Why? Let's discuss about the first skill, listening. In all the tests, they will give a recording, a photo, and check if we can answer the question. We can listen to conversation or short talk or problem or idea, argument, information, news item, discussion, viewpoints, and overall, just check if we can understand ideas, recognize opinion, and follow an argument while listening to recording. And with second skill, reading, they also check how we can understand the text, sentences, main ideas, details, author inferences, author's opinion, correspondence. It means like online news or newspaper, magazine, and diagram application, information, viewpoints. And to sum up, just try to check how we can comprehend this reading test, reading sentences, and gain the main ideas from the passage. All right, and the third skill with writing, they will check if we can write a sentence based on a picture, or responding to a written request, opinion essay, discussion essay, problem solution essay, cause effect essay, double question essay, email writing, and responding to survey question. So all along, try to check our writing accuracy, how we can organize our ideas with wide range vocabulary and correct grammar. Similarly, with the last skill, speaking skill, they will check if we can read aloud to describe a picture and respond to question or sharing information, speaking about everyday topics, giving advice, describing a scene, making prediction, comparing and persuading, handling difficult situation and unusual situation. For what? To check if we can communicate our opinions, share information with good vocabulary and accurate grammar, right? So this kind of situation related to our life, I mean our daily life. Like for example, now we look at the picture and we see this is the scenario in a central station, maybe train station. So how we can describe this? Or when we hang out with friends in the coffee shop, and how we can start the conversation, engage in that conversation in English. Or even when we go to school, we listen to a lecture, how we can reflect on in English, because much or less every student study English in their school. Am I right? And even when you go to work, you can join the meeting, and instead of thinking this in your mother tongue, how we can think this in English and try to practice that. If you are mindful and aware of your daily situation or problem or discussion, then you can transform everything from your native language as Vietnamese to English. So whenever you have chance, just to choose the proper English test for yourself, right? So after researching and experiencing this kind of test, I conclude three key factors to choose exam best for you. First one, purpose. Second one, vision. And last one, interest. Why? When we start to think about exam, we should think why we need that certification. Like me, in 2011, I got my TOEIC certification. It was because I heard that if I didn't have this TOEIC available, then I could not graduate. But actually, after I got TOEIC, and even with students without TOEIC, they still could graduate as usual. And then till 2017, I planned to study abroad. So I had to study for IELTS. 2011 to 2017, I still kept practicing and surrounding myself with English, and learn English naturally through book, through my job, through different kind of conversation with my international friends. So in 2017, I feel okay, ready to sit in IELTS exam, because this is a must to attach in my document to study in Canada. And then in 2019, when I was in Canada for over a year, and I wanted to understand how English language system work in Canada, and how to say, like learning by doing. That's why I chose CELPIP as a test to check my English ability. People can take this test if they want to immigrate Canada. Even though at that time I had no idea if I wanted to stay in Canada forever or immigrate there or not, I still took this test as the life experience. And then the second factor about vision. As you might know, this kind of test only 2 years available. So after 2 years, you have to sit in this test again. That's why the big question we should ask before we pay money. I mean, we sit in the test. Why do we need a certificate? Why do you need a certificate? If you apply a job or you want to study abroad, if there is any requirement that a must for you to get a certificate, then you can learn and pay for the price of sitting in the test and then get it. But if the job or the country or the any institution don't require your English certification, so I don't think we need this kind of English test. As long as you are confident enough and you can show your real English ability in the interview, then they can understand how you communicate and how you express yourself confidently. Then they will get you for sure. And last factor about interest, like English. English is like a tool to open boundless door for me because it include a lot of critical question and always trigger my curiosity and help me to think in different ways in English. So whenever I try to explain something, I always search for English material to read and understand, then comprehend that topic and more confident to express myself as well as be more open-minded and straightforward. So here are all of my sharing related to this topic. Thank you for your attention. If you have any question, feel free to contact me. Bye for now.